Hey, you all, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a great day. So, I wanted to talk to you all about the value of content influencers, particularly dealing in cryptocurrency. Making a video a little later than normal today. I am just coming off of a radio broadcast talking about my own project, my own cryptocurrency, which has been kind of keeping me busy. Um, and but want to just talk about that because it's important to what I'm doing, and I think it's been very important to the cryptocurrency space, um, in particular about Electroneum. You know, when I first came into Electroneum, I was able to find out about Electroneum through Sean Davis, probably like many of you. And when I was first hearing about it, I would pass Sean Davis videos every day. I would be like, who's this bald head guy talking about this obscure coin? And I think I might have passed Sean Davis videos about 3 times before I just sat down and finally watched the video. And that's when I became aware of Electroneum. So thank you, Sean Davis. So it kind of just gets me thinking, what is the importance of a content creator to cryptocurrency? You know that content creators, YouTubers, I probably maybe, well, I'm just making up numbers here, but let's say probably 90% of content about cryptocurrency probably comes from like YouTube. Um, and so, you know, a lot of cryptocurrency, a lot of what we've done in this space has been prior to CNBC business channels, mainstream media talking about it. So a lot of this industry that we've built up, this billions of dollars, headed to trillions of dollars, a lot of it was done by content creators, people like myself and you all. And I think this video is probably more geared toward content influencers, but I'm glad you guys are watching, and I'm sure maybe you all can get something out of it. So earlier today, it was very busy for me today, but I got a chance to sit down and watch Electronic Video All About Tech channel, All About Tech channel, like many of you probably did or will soon. And you would find that Mr. Mick Ambrose, you know, kind of felt a little betrayed, kind of felt like, you know, some things going on with Electronium that, you know, I guess got them busy. And Mick had planned quite a bit to do an interview with Electronium. Several interviews had came out. They weren't being courteous to him, as Mick explained, to keep him in the fray and let him know, you know, what was going on. And so, you know, he was very disrespected by that, and I could feel his emotion and I can understand. So, you know, here's what I want to say to this, but not just speaking directly to Mick's particular situation, but just speaking to content influencers in general, particularly in cryptocurrency. So let's get out a little bit of information, right? Just like how I explained to you all what happened with me and Sean Davis, and Sean Davis kind of opened my eyes into a lot of things that were going on in cryptocurrency. Many of us have had to depend on our makeshift media stations to get out to us valuable information, very important information. And the reality is, if you're a true cryptocurrency person, you're watching YouTubers, content creators, people who come from our origins. You're watching us over CNBC. We watch CNBC. What do? We say those people do not know what they're talking about, right? We're watching people in the space doing this every day in the trenches, right? What is the value of that to you all? I like to know, what is the value? What does that mean to you all? Now, I'm a very busy person, and I like to put out content. But the reality is, of the content I put out, I look at them more like podcasts. I don't do a lot of video editing. I don't do any editing at all. My videos are raw and uncut. If I make a mistake, I move on through there, and I apologize for people who don't like the videos, who don't watch the videos. The Then you got videos like All About Tech, Mick Ambrose, who really put a lot of heart and soul to their videos. Some of these content creators spend several 8 hours editing this video so you can watch them. And that's why every time I see content like that, videos like what Truthful Rob does and many of the other ones, I'm happy to see that. And I say things like they deserve a lot more views than I get. They put in a lot more work and effort, and so it is more deserving, right? And you know, I definitely praise them for that. But what is their value to you all? Because the reality of the situation is, when we do this content and we do videos like this, YouTube and a lot of these other media sources, other cryptocurrency sources, they really don't pay us anything, right? Unless you're like a superstar person who's getting tons and tons of views, you're making tons and tons of money. You know, I mean, a lot of this is just done out of the hobby. It's done out of love. You know, of course, I have my own project, so I'm incentivized somewhat to, you know, do videos and build my product as well. But then there are just people who are giving out valuable content. They're not being appreciated. They're not being, you know, shown the proper respect, right? And that's what Mick Ambrose was talking about. Now, the cryptocurrency space, I think for many of us, has always been this very close-knit, community-driven phenomenon. And there have been these type of hybrid, more so centralized coins with business models that kind of can kind of disconnect them a bit from the community. But a lot of the cryptocurrency space has been this kind of close-knit build-up from the cryptocurrency space situation. And to be quite honest, if I'm just being honest, guys, I'm just going to be honest as I can with this. But looking at somebody like Mick Ambrose, to me, he was like the epitome of what a content creator for something like Electroneum would be, right? For Electroneum, he would be like, I would think, like the kind of the mascot. And, you know, many of us all saw him that way. You know, he would do the one-on-one videos at the Electroneum office with Richard Ells, and really just felt like he kind of had him on speed dial. Now, where I'm a little bit concerned about how we look at what I look at as important media, and I'm saying I'm not trying to make us more than what we are, but what I'm saying, and hear me out here, what I'm saying is that when it comes to my crypto news, and for many of us in cryptocurrency is one of the most important, is very important to our lives. I just put it that way. If you're a real cryptocurrency person, it's up there. Your news source, your media source, your information source is here with us, right? It's, you know, so that has to carry quite a bit of value. Now, I think the problem is sometimes coins got in touch with their community. And I think that's what's happened with Electroneum. I think Electroneum has went full force business now. And, you know, they just have no connection to the token whatsoever. Now, keep in mind that that doesn't mean that that's necessarily bad for us, because the branding of Electroneum, if it gets as big as it is going after its endeavors, that could, through synergy, pull up the value of the token. So, but from what we're accustomed to and this very close nature we've had with our projects and people, Electroneum has pulled greatly away from that. So to many people like Mick Ambrose and maybe others, they're probably going to kind of feel that pulling away. You know, also it's going to be hard to find where they fit in, because as they get more corporate, it's probably going to be, you know, things are going to be done a lot more different. Electroneum is expanding. Their whole thing is kind of marketing now, and it's feeling like maybe this disassociation from the coin itself to a degree. And I could be wrong about this, but this is what it kind of feels like, and I'm trying to relate this from the eyes of content creators and influencers, where they feel they fit in. So the next part I want to say is that, um, you know, a lot of cryptocurrency projects, big cryptocurrency projects, not just small ones, but, you know, have basically um, even reached out to content influencers and went, hey, we're starting this big project. We would like you on board as part of our marketing team. And I really thought that Electroneum would be open to kind of pulling from people in the electronic field who do Electroneum content and videos. I really thought that we would be kind of like the first round draft picks. Some of us, maybe not me, because I don't consider myself a I've done okay with some Electroneum videos, but I don't know where I rank in the Electroneum content creators. There's some people out there who kind of took it to the next level, and they deserve that. But the thing is, I kind of thought Electroneum, I thought that might be a good branding for them to kind of go, well, look, why don't you guys come on, some of you all who've, been with us from the very beginning and have reached millions and millions of people, right? Come on with us. And some projects actually do that. There's several content creators who go around and they're part of, they're actually on advisory boards. And you all know some of whom I'm speaking about too. And some of them don't get that many views, but they're on advisory boards. They're helping projects, and they have a good standing with the projects, and they're included, in the day-to-day operations. And so I'm not blaming anybody here. I'm not saying anybody's done anything wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Electroneum team has done anything wrong. It is kind of odd to me that I recently, actually just an hour ago, so I watched an interview with Richard Ailes. He was in his office, and I'm like, well, do they have a telephone in there? Is it that? Why are we sending emails back and forth? Like, is it a way? It's been certain relationships between Electroneum and Richard Ailes and some of the people who've done interviews with him. It looks like it would have been nice to give them a phone number you can reach them at. Be able to get them on speed dial, right? And again, I could be wrong, guys. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong and tell me if I'm reaching here, but looks like that would be reasonable, plausible, I think I would do something like that. But anyway, that's not what it seems to be happening. And, Electroneum maybe has their own way forward now, way of doing things. They're doing big partnerships in other countries. And I think it will be a kind of trickle-down effect for the coin. But, again, guys, I have to be honest and say the way things are running with Electroneum, it does feel like a really good business, a business that if I could have it my way, I would want to own some of the stock. Now, at this point, I got to hope that coin mimics a stock, and that we might get some of that, at some point in the future. As far as me doing Electroneum videos and what I've tried to relay to watchers of Electroneum videos and people who've invested in Electroneum, if I were to look at the fundamentals of this, I would say it's a good project, right? Now, that's as far as I can go, and that's as much knowledge as I can impart to you all, right? I can't lie and say, well, the price is down, the project is horrible, and it's a mistake. I can't do that. I can only look at fundamentally what is done and remind people that the correlation between a good project and price in cryptocurrency don't always intersect or connect. We don't know who's behind some of these projects. It could be very wealthy people behind them keeping that price afloat. We know situations where one whale can move a market 20%. A Bitcoin whale can move Bitcoin 20%. When you got people who can do that, for whatever reason, if they want to do that, they can make or break your projects, And so, as far as just price, we're still in a market where we really don't know what's going on here, right, to make those ultimate judgments. The only thing we could do is look at fundamentals of projects and go, well, look, the fundamentals work here. I still think the fundamentals work for Electroneum, and we'll see what the future holds. But, getting back to content influencers and what is our value here. So here's what I've come up with. And I make this offer to all of you all Electroneum content influencers. And, just bear in mind that what I'm saying here, what I'm suggesting here is nothing negative about Electroneum. I think Electroneum is doing what's right for its project and its direction and future. But as content influencers and creators, we have a responsibility to ourselves as well to make sure we're getting value in what we do. Like I said, people are spending hours a day making videos. They're not earning anything from the video. These projects that many of us have talked about and we've helped become $1 million projects and make a lot of money hasn't made us any money. And, I want to try to set up something that if you all choose to, if you think it's in your best interest to do so, to consider being part of a corner in the community as well that tries to help take care of content creators. And we'll tell you how it works. I'm not going to go into large detail about the whole use case of the cryptocurrency because I got a million videos of that on this channel. All you need to do is watch them. But I'm just going to give you this basic idea if you're a content creator. There's a lot of immense influence and power in content creators. Some of us have thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands, even millions, right? Collectively, that value is a lot to a community and a token, and a good token. What I'm proposing here is, what about a concept where, as a content creator, when you commit to doing a review on a project or our project in particular, based on your followers, based on your subscribers, we're going to issue you much of our cryptocurrency. Also, our doors are going to be open to you. You can speak with us. You can be part of our project, and it could be value that we create as content creators. Now, what I want to be clear about is that this isn't one of those projects where we want you to just say good things about us, right? We want you to be honest. Doesn't matter if you call us a scam or slam us or say we're trash. If you do a review on us, we're still going to give you the cryptocurrency. Based on your followers. You do a video, you leave it up a week, we're going to issue cryptocurrency in the amount of your subscribers. Now, this is a new project, and the value of that cryptocurrency is whatever the market says it is. But what we're trying to put together here is something that could be helpful to content creators in the future, and also say we value you. You're part of this product, and we're going to give you something and make you part of this project. And you're going to get to steer the direction this project goes by your influence. And that's something that hasn't happened in the cryptocurrency space with many of us who have been so integral to or integral to making the cryptocurrency space work as well as it has, or helping to, exactly, by getting the word out. Without us, a lot of the media attention, marketing, people would never know about these projects, right? But in many cases, we just haven't been shown the courtesy, the respect, the honor, as some projects have done, And again, every project is different. We're proposing something that is for you as a content creator. And, again, we invite you to study the project, read up on it, look at our interviews, see what we've done with it, and make sure you take care of yourself in this space. I see a lot of guys putting out good content. They're on YouTube. They're not being compensated by YouTube. They don't have enough followers to be compensated. So, it's not really benefiting them, to the level it probably should. Now, I'm fortunate enough, I've reached the threshold and do have decent, with videos, and do get something out of it, right? And that's not really the part of why I'm in it, but some people are. And so I think we have to bring all that into consideration, right? And I don't think it's black and white as to you should have did this or you should say this or you should feel this way or you should do that. But, I just think it's about, making the best decisions, for you and where you want to be at in this space. And if you want to feel appreciated in this space and if you want to guide, be part of a community that you can have a say in and stake in. And that's what we're offering here. But we can only offer that. You all have to take that. And you might have to just reflect and say, well, what have I gotten reporting on these projects, being part of these projects, being down in the dumps with these projects? What have I gotten out of this, right? Have I gotten anything? If you're at that point with it, then maybe it's time to be a part of something that you can be respected in and valued in to that degree or to the degree you want to be. But that's all I want to say in this video. If you like video like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, I've been kind of busy, guys. Don't forget to follow me over on my project, Bitcoin NYK. I think you'll like it if you do. And that's all I want to say in this video. Until next time, take care.